talking about dreams, other parallel realities, past lives, future lives, etc. Hey friends, it's V. One more quick video. I have recorded quite a few videos today, but I just wanted to throw this out there. Past lives can affect this life. In my personal experience, I just had a BQH, a Beyond Quantum Healing session. We're going to be diving into the spiritual side. However, if you don't believe in reincarnation and that it was possible that we lived other lives before this body, that's okay. Because the whole thing is, if you're having issues in your life that stem or tie into a dream that you're having or a subconscious dream, the whole thing is clearing the block anyways. I'm just gonna mention my story super duper quick. One of my past lives, you can get QHHT or go to a past life regressionist, or if you experience these things in your sleep like I do, they're usually you in a simultaneous life or past life or whatever. It doesn't really matter if you believe it or not, because if you're experiencing it, it's real to you. That's what matters. If you're experiencing it and you just don't want to experience it anymore. Basically, my intention in the BQH session was to connect with myself better and to be able to speak my truth, because that has been a fear my entire life. I was a little brainiac kid and I would purposely go to the bathroom so they wouldn't call my name for awards because I was so embarrassed and I didn't want anyone to know who I was. And even like now, I'm just kind of talking about some of my background. I haven't told anyone a lot of my spiritual stuff because I've just been scared of people knowing that I know some things, because I'm scared that I'm not supposed to know them. I don't know, just weird things like that. And you'll see why I'm getting into the story in a second. But basically your guides or your higher self leads you. It's not actually the practitioner leading you here. She was leading me to a nice place, and my guides were like, no, we're dropping you off here, the 1800s in France, where your friends are getting beheaded. And it was like I was there. I could feel, I could smell, I could see. It's so vivid, I can see it right now. I could feel the cobblestone. Like I could walk and touch the cobblestone and feel it. It was like I was there. Like I literally left my body and projected my consciousness into a time and place where I had been. I understood at that moment why my entire life I have struggled with being vocal, was because my friends, they got hung and they got publicly humiliated for speaking their truth, because the king at the time, the Roman Catholic Church, hated people that spoke out against them. And this was basically what was going on. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it was so terrible. I was bawling. I was crying and crying and crying. It was really scary. And I watched them get beheaded, and it was messed up. Like, it was pretty crazy. And we had like those big masks on, the bird masks on. I guess it must have been time of the plague. Honestly, I don't even know when and where that was, but I had a mask on and I ran and I hid and I just pretended I didn't know them. Because I was so scared to speak my truth, because I saw my friends get tortured in front of these people, and children were there and the children were watching, and it was just horrifying. And I was all by myself and I was terrified. And then from that day on, I just never talked about anything. It was just so upsetting. But it was a really healing session, because those people came to me and said, it's okay. It was just a play. It was just an experience. It's not going to happen again. You can let that go. And I felt this relief. I'm laying there in my session, like in this other past life, like freaking bawling my eyes out. And then they were like there and I could feel them touch my body, and they gave me a hug and they're like, it's okay. We're here with you. It's fine. Just let it go. You need to speak your truth in this life. You can't just keep holding on to this pain of not speaking your truth and being too scared to speak your truth. Just let it go. We're okay now. And I had so much guilt. It was weird. And I could relate all of the instances in my life where I wanted to say something, but I was too scared, and it tied into this past life. And you can, like, I saw it, how it all worked. And I just cried and let it out. And it was like a huge... And I stopped crying, and there was no more pain. I can breathe. And my friends, well, spirit or whatever, spirit isn't mad at me. It's okay. I don't need to hold this guilt. I didn't realize I had so much guilt, and I was holding it in my body, and I just felt so much lighter after that. And it just made sense of a lot of things of this lifetime. This is why I talked about in my other video, getting to the root issue of the problem, because whether or not you believe in a past life or not, you experiencing this in a dream realm is very profound and can affect you. It's like, for example, I don't know if you're a man, but I've had a lot of my guy friends say, oh, my girlfriend dreamed that I was cheating on them and she was mad at me for the whole day. It's just like that. What she experiences in her dream, whether or not you think it's real, she's experiencing, that person is experiencing. I just used a silly example. But it's like that. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you wake up from a dream and you're terrified or you're super sad. And in that moment, in that dream, you thought it was real. So, I mean, to me, it is real because I've had some, this is like going to be another topic. If you guys are curious about the dream realm and astral projection and projecting your consciousness, this is really cool to get into. But for the sake of manifesting and healing, etc., we're going to keep it a little more normal here. It doesn't matter if you believe in past lives or not. When you experience something in the dream realm and it's affecting you the next day, that's where we need to like address the problem and release it, right? I knew someone who was getting nightmares every single night. It had to do with something that happened in their life, and until they like went to therapy and fixed that, they actually stopped getting the nightmares. Like, things coincide with each other regardless of your belief. Everything is connected. But yeah, I wanted to mention that because the whole manifesting law of assumption community, that could not have helped me. Like, yes, I'm very confident and I can actually speak up for myself now, but I didn't understand why as a kid I had so much fear for people knowing who I was. And I never wanted to make eye contact with people. And my mom would say, oh, it's because she's shy, she's introvert. I am not shy, okay? When I don't like something, I'm very vocal. When I like something, I'm very vocal. When I get excited, I'm very vocal. I'm not shy. I don't have I'm not nervous talking to people. It's like them knowing who I truly am. Even beginning of my channel, I never wanted to talk about the spiritual side of things because I was too scared of people knowing what I know for fear of this. And it made sense because I was so terrified seeing that those terrible things happen to my friends. It was so gruesome. It was so terrible. The noise, I heard the noise, you guys, and I could feel the heat in the air, like the humid air and the smell of the blood. It was so intense. And then I let it go, and I can look at the scene now in my mind, and it's just a scene. It doesn't hurt. But when I first got there, it was like I was choking. And I feel like it's okay to talk about things now. That's not going to happen again. I'm not going to see my friends get beheaded in this lifetime. So BQH and QHHT, or past life regression work, it's pretty cool. Even though my practitioner didn't take me there, my guides took me there. She was taking me to a nice spot. My guides, I have a very good connection with the spirit realm. They took me there because they said I needed to experience that and let it go. And it was quite gruesome, but I let it go and I feel so much better. And as you can see, I'm starting to talk about this stuff now because of that clearing. And that stuff is super important. Believe it or not. You can get hypnotherapy sessions or just talk to someone about it and let it go, or let someone do like a Reiki session on you, because Reiki, it's basically just moving the energy and the frequency through your body so you can let it go, like release it, instead of putting band-aids on things. I feel like society's just putting band-aids on things, and then all of a sudden you got 20 band-aids on and the thing just freaking explodes, and it's a gong show. Like, let's just deal with the problem and then move on and get what we want. If you guys are curious, I can talk about my whole session. I ended up trance channeling a bit. That was really cool. A lot of people on YouTube are talking about these things. So thank you for all those people who are open and honest, because it inspires me to do so as well. And I hope this inspires you to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Who cares if someone calls you crazy, okay? They're gonna find out when they die. That's like my new favorite thing to say. You know what? Bish, you're gonna find out when you die, okay? So it doesn't matter. We all die, okay? And it goes by so fast. This life goes by really fast. That is one thing I can tell you with certainty. So enjoy every last second of it. Don't let this external reality stand in your way, because you choose what you get to experience in this world. You do. What's stopping you from getting you what you want? Where do you want to be in life? What kind of outcome do you want? Like, let's stop trying to manifest little things and let's just get to what we want, okay? And have a great self-concept. And if we have things that are tying us back from other lifetimes or from dreams or from things that happened to us as when we were a baby and we don't remember, because those things are still with us, let's address them. Let's clear them out. Let's just be whole and complete and embody the best version of ourselves and be authentic, because God created you perfectly as you are. Whether or not you believe in God or not, you were created perfect as you are. And you came here to be yourself, not anyone else. You came here to be yourself. So let's be the best version of you that you can be. Anyways, you guys, I'm curious if you've heard of Dolores or Brian Weiss or any of these people who do past life regression work and hypnotherapy. I think this stuff started getting popular in the 1980s. To be honest, I actually don't know that much about past life regression, but I already had my own experiences when I was a kid of like all of these things. So I didn't really need a hypnotist to put me through them. Also, if you're new to this stuff, past life regression work came through because hypnotherapists' clients started talking about other lives. And then they were looking it up, Googling it, like, this person is crazy, and then realizing, holy crap, they gave me a name, an age, a date, and everything, all this information. It's the exact same what they said. It's really interesting work. So if you're new to it, I just wanted to open your mind to it. Like, you know, there's a lot of things out there that we don't know about. There's a lot of things that are going on that we can't see. There's a lot of things that we don't know about. Let me just say that again. So yeah, that's what I want to kind of talk about on this channel. Bring light to the dark things. Bring more light to the unknown things so that we can be better conscious creators of our reality. Anyways, with that being said, I love each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing day, night, midday, whatever time you're listening to this. Peace and love. Cheers.